for everybody, really. It's the same. When Mars is in Cancer, it's kind of harsh. It's like, well, that visitor there, the Mars person inside the house of Cancer, in the sign of Cancer, um, it makes the Cancerian qualities of our beings uncomfortable, because it's moon ruled. It's our emotions, it's our intuitive ability, it's our very sensitivity in connection with our electrical system, which is the feminine. It's the water world that we kind of live in. That it needs a balance does come in, and there's where Libra comes in. That is like the forward square to Cancer. All of these signs, every one of them, especially Aries. See, the 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 axis of the cardinal axis that starts from on the angles. There's an angular realm with astrology that is the cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. And it's because this is the original house, and you can see me going like this. It's like this is the angles, because it's the equinoxes, I guess you could say, because, but it does coincide with that somehow. We're looking at the horizon or something, but they all have the equinoxes, right? Yeah, there's Aries has spring, Cancer has the summer, and Libra is doing fall, and then Capricorn is doing winter. And so these are very intense signs. These people are our favorites, kind of a way, because they'll push us. They are pushy. See, there's a description to the cardinal squares, which is, I just described the cardinal square, which is goes like this. And then there's a mutable square, which involves Taurus. Sorry, it's fixed. Cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Cardinal, fixed, and mutable. It keeps doing that for 4 times around the zodiac. So there's cardinal, fixed, and mutable squares that are angular. It's the symbol of our evolution of human consciousness. We're moving in a forward square. The forward squares. The ones that are ahead of us, like for me being Libra Sun here, coming onto a Libra Sun. It's Capricorn. Those ones that unfortunately we're like, man, we wish we can be of their consciousness. They have something to teach us. It's our life lesson. Um, let alone that Capricorn is everybody's life lesson, really, because it's the Saturn ruled people, and that's your life lesson. When you want to look in your chart, you look at what is your life. See, we all have this lesson of that to learn, and it's the teacher. That's what Saturn rules, is the teacher, the time that will tell. You think you're in heaven, but you're living in hell, and this process, that time itself, and then so it rules. Yeah, thanks for listening to this. By the way, I guess I just wanted to talk. Um, Trying to explain. Yeah, the winter time, Capricorn recedes into, it's the winter time of, it's the old man that has indeed usually, if there's a good earth quality of that person, they are beautiful people. I mean, everybody's bound to be beautiful, right? It is, unless you've gone completely evil, and really it's horrible, because otherwise, the generosity that can happen, as far as you need to be sharing by that time. It's like you're a fruit and you get ripe and then you share. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about your IQ level, your intellectual belonging. And really, to me, it's just a matter of this mechanism that fires off generationally. It has been this way in tribes, where it's just, you don't go anything, like there's nothing new under the sun, kind of a thing. And I didn't just say that we limit ourselves to the weirdest shit that they've depicted, that um, native people have done, or Aborigine or Indians that don't live here now anymore. We don't know what happened. They've covered up technology, and that the fact that they're riding around in spaceships and shit. And there's a meltdown of civilizations that are built from massive 3D printing machines that uses material that's here that is not a random thing sitting there. It's not done like people are trying to tell you, like it's geography or geologics. You know, we have underground volcanic ooze, and yeah, no, everybody knows that volcanic ooze, and that, particularly if you want to talk about that, is black. It's lava. It's weird lava rock. It's strange. It's interesting. You know, they do try to tell us, well, no, I mean, on the sides there's crystal, and it's like, okay, and all your, you know, your gold and stuff like that. Like, uh-huh. So anyway, and so you can call it deposits too, right? Like, well, what deposit is it? I'm not denying that we don't know a damn thing here. That's all I'm saying. And there is a sign that's a meltdown. It's better to stop believing what you're told and just really catch a whiff. See, my theory is that if you want to know, I mean, how, like this place, it see that meltdown thing that I talked about. It's it's as old. It's, well, I say, okay. So when did it happen? Well, let's find out where the oldest tree is. Right? Why wouldn't there be trees standing longer than 600 to 2,000 or even 30,000 years? I don't doubt one bit, and you should think on your own because, yeah, you know, there is some material laying around here that we're walking atop of and building our freeways over, and see there's something that manages every little bit of resources into the organism, which is to be, it's just it's here as we want to talk about just biological intelligence, but it's more than just the sheep. Okay, but the sheep is what it is called up in outer space. Um, the Earth here is called the meadows, and we are in. See, that's the second dimension, and then the first dimension is the mind, and the third dimension is outer space, the final frontier. Everybody has access to it right now. You narcissist, it's right here. It's right here. Boom. I put my hand here because there are objects in this. Your hand is one. And yeah, have you opened an account with it? See, this is the thing: is you are an aperture, a human aperture that is a PC. It's to log into the reality of reality and get into the truth here, because that's the video game. That's the name of the video game. See, and now it's not like you're tooling about and like, well, look, I did it. No, you're going to go down a rabbit hole because the truth, you know, you need to know how to get back to the universe, really get how to get into belonging. See, how about that word, belonging. Why not? You know, see, your longing, if you had knew the feelings that you get, that you think that you need something, it's really, you want God, you want the universe, you want to be connected again. You don't want to feel like that you have missed something of the splendor of whatever it is that you were slowing down here in this density to even, like, in slow motion. Are we having fun? Yeah. I'll tell you what, I am. Can you see what's happening here? A baby, a sweetheart, a little. Look at those paws, would you please? Right there. That's all I need. And it's connected right up to a purr. If you hear some noise in the background, it's not a lawnmower, it's not a chainsaw, it's a purr. I got through some time here without having disrupted the entire vibe. See, but me, I'm an empath. I I want to be in a massive zoo to where it's like, here's my giraffe, hold on a minute, and putting its head in the window. It's like we're all harmonizing. I I ride a huge, well, I think birds are here to ride around on. We're supposed to saddle them up, but we've gotten, for whatever reason, nobody wants us doing that. See, it's highly controlled here, and it's like, who knows what we're doing anymore? This is reality itself. We'll get back to the reality of reality. Um, it comes out of chaos. There is a complete madness behind. The thing that people don't know is that reality is chaos. You have structure that appears that you say, see, people are confused as hell because they don't know what reality is. And it's like, it's an age-old conversation. Would you like to have one? It gets pretty damn heated, even though it's the most simplest thing. Like it's like salt, pepper, water, or something like that. But see, reality, I was trying to tell you, is outer space, the third dimension. It's complete transparency. Now, what you need to do, kids, is describe the nature of outer space. Now, because now we're not talking about outside the atmosphere here. No, um, uh, we're talking about outer space, away from your mind into your body. You're in a spacesuit here. Your body is a spacesuit. There is space in between your nose and your hand. See, we have to. This is a serious conversation after a while because people are vacuous. Literally, they think that they can't have a life without just a fucking people. People. It's like, babes, enjoy your space. Can you become a space being? Because I happen to think that they are more closer to being love. Love is space. Awareness itself. Let's get really lost in these words now. In case you're not having an experience of right now, take a deep breath, deep divers. I was trying to tell you about the structures within the outer space realm, which that space called reality, God, by the way, it's God. By the way, the good news is ever forgiving. If that space can speak to you, it would say this: I am here for you. I will never leave you. There isn't anything before me or after me. I am the first and the last of anything that what would you want? You want an experience of what? You can avoid. Just always. I am ever forgiving. Like, what do you want? It's all because the truth is there and I hold all of it. There isn't anything outside of this very moment right now. That's all there is. See that silence there? It's full of sound. The mind, it's deafening. A mind gets anxiety because it disappears. It's like, I can't handle this. This is the problem of the mind creeping in, and most people say that's impossible. God doesn't exist. It's not that simple. There's a lot of shit that we have to do first, and we are not intact until. And it's like, bye. Good luck with that, by the way. Cool. Do you have any ancestry that can prove to you that they were here paying greater attention than you, running away from the fact that all you have is now? And see, it needs to expand into the fact that when you start paying attention, babes, we're human beings here. It's a very complex. It's the same as animals, though. If you look at it, the nature of the way it can be for us, we have intelligence. We're going to hand it down. We are born to do things here. We have astrology. We have phenomenal, because look at around you. How much are you worried that we're not going to have a bunch of clutter going on because we're not doing anything? Babes, the reason why there's so much clutter and crap is because people aren't being present with what they're doing. Like, they're not living in the now, and they don't say, well, first of all, really great thinkers, scientists, by the way, yes, they knew that they can split the atom. They knew that they can do all that stuff like that. They said, and they're like, so would you like some tea? They fixed each other some tea, and they're looking each other in the eyes like, So who's the idiot that's going to cater to that thought? Who's the dumbass that's going to run with it and just because it's kind of atom splitting is not good. You want to stick with hydrogen. If you split any atoms, you want to do a hydrogen fueled thing. Stay away from the atomic realm because you're going to cause deformity in so many ways. There's where you have the two-headed shark and the women on the Bikini Island are giving birth to children with arms growing out of their chest. It's like atomic assembly went haywire over there for because some kind of radiation happened. Let's just drink a cup of tea over that and not do that. How about that? Let's not do it. Has anybody figured out that maybe, just maybe, that's the fucking skill here on this plane, is to not do it? Of course it is. I'm a musician, and you don't get a good piece of music, you don't get a satisfying experience unless you learn what not to play. Literally, music is a sound, you can call it a noise, that it's not music, it's not even equated as or appreciated by any other savage beast unless, see, it's music when there is silence in between each and every tone. Particularly, see what I'm talking about is rhythm. You know, a lot of what music entails arguably is a specific rhythm, and that is vibrational. The frequency of that vibration is usually very dependable. See, that's where we have the phenomena of liking the music. It's safe for us to gather around it and start going like this. See, this is the vibration. Boom, 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 right? And so the dance floor is this buoyancy. It's making you all resonate to this geometric figure that is musical, but it's not the tones that are making it. It's the silence in between the tones that makes music. Very potent space that holds. Now I'm going to convert it on you and say all matter. See, that space is God. It's love. But this has been forgotten about music, and I'm here to bring it back. Are we ready to throw that Walmart-sized building full of shelves up to the 12 feet high, full of little CDs, throw it out because we're supposed to be playing live music? My saying goes like this: the day that music was recorded and even written down and able to be emulated through just mimicry, but the recording thing, especially the reel, was the day that music died because less and less people were playing it live. And I can't get into it now. I mean, I'm just kind of rambling on. Thanks for listening to this. And see, here's the thing is that I want to get out of this. This never happened to me, not in all my life. I was always able to take care of myself. I've just picked myself up and you get a job, right? You get 3 jobs, right? A lot have changed. A lot has changed. I might have to move away from. See, I live in a very small community. There are people that are so ignorant of where they are at any place, in any time. We're talking about narcissists now, going wide, going small. Now, my small community here, I mean, we're not, nobody, people are being so ignorant about where they are. It's like, babes, this is a small place. Why do you think that I can't hear you over there? I do not like mentality. I just want reality. And that is a space that says, "Oh, I see." It's a reality is so interesting because it's not just that space. It's a potent. We are in time here, right? We are filling time. If time ever did exist, what is it? See, I say it's a memory. Your mind is going to memorize something, and it says, "Well, this is happening in time." Well, no, there's something happening in outer space with truth. Of course, never mind the sun going like this. It doesn't need to be equated as time, though. Um, it's just memory. See, like say this place that I'm sitting in. It's a memory of the time when my great grandpa was born, and was here. He was 70, by the way, when he started building this house, and 72 when he kind of let it go. It's like you can keep going. You can keep building if you want. You can put some asphalt down and put a dome over there and a fence up and then put a pole and then a fucking how. Is there any way that you can just arrive and say, you know what? Would you like a glass of tea instead of, let's not do that instead. I'm going to go fishing. What are you going to do? I'll be waiting for you to get home. I hope that you catch a big old fish and I'll skin it up and we'll have some rainbow trouts. That's what we used to do here. That was not long ago. I was a little girl when we were catching them, and they still tried to stock the creek. But the more and more that they put asphalt and stuff like that up, and it's toxic, it poisons the water table. And you don't know how me personally, I would love, as long as it's God and something else that doesn't really run this particular world that I'm complaining about, but has tried to make creation here and it says, fuck, it's getting screwed up. What a waste of a perfect opportunity. I would love to see if it's, as long as it's the higher ups, that it comes and scoops my brains out and then just grinds me up and then says, look, you're not real, Shauna. Come with us. I'm like, thank you, thank God, thank you. Bye, whatever real, not real thing. And then I go to, man, you need to go to that place where you think that it could happen. I think that it could, why does it look like ruins here? It could definitely, we can see the place of our, doesn't have to be imagined. It's just the truth. You're living in a place of lies here, and it's become so inverted and so reversed where you have to literally imagine the truth. You can't get good at anything like basic here, like make a golf ball go through a gutter, to be able to work a certain thing, to say, hey, I did it, and have some asshole pay you over there. Not. They'll avoid you doing that. If money was the thing you wanted to do, Tesla, no, it's not money we wanted to do. All of a sudden you turned into Christ, Tesla? Yeah, I could sit here and do ventriloquism and turn into Tesla. Really? Over there on the stake? Who complained and said, I don't know, I'm just going to hang on my skeleton here for a while. He did. Did you notice how Tesla he loved being a skeleton after a while? I don't know. But if you look at the real things he was trying to say, I mean, he's always working on something. He's like, I don't care what the fuck. See, that's the thing with Christ. Any Christ would say, it's just you come here to love people and then you leave. And Tesla's version of loving people is just trying to offer what he kept coming up with that says, this can heal us and that can heal us. And if you made reality a well-known thing by saying, look, this is a transparent security system. It's only mimicking your security system, which is transparency, which is reality. But we need it now because why? Well, the possibility of a human being could emerge out of this damned mess